You're watching Lifestyles on CNC World. Muslims all around the world are celebrating the holy month of Ramadan, a special period of fasting and worship. Lifestyles takes a look at how Muslims in Turkey and Iraq are celebrating this, the holiest month of the Islamic year.
Istanbul's Biyaglu district has been hosting Ramadan dinners every day at the city's well-known Taksim Square during the holy Muslim month. The aim is to revive a culture of neighborliness. Mishbah Dimkan, the district's mayor, said it is very apparent that after last year's failed coup attempt and several terror attacks that hit the country, the people need more unity and a sense of brotherhood. He said the holy festival of Ramadan provides an opportunity to consolidate unity and solidarity in society. Meals to feed 5,000 people are being prepared in the kitchen. They're then shipped out to dinner tables set up in a square in several other neighborhoods for when the fast breaks at sunset. A total of 20 people, including chefs and packers, are working at the kitchen. Meanwhile, in Iraq, in Hassan Sham U2 camp about 30 kilometers outside Mosul, civilians are leaving their tents and heading for dinner. At 7 p.m., people wait in line to receive a share from aid workers. Tonight, their meal is rice, a bowl of Ramadan soup, a bottle of milk, and some water. In a camp, some women are cooking their own Ramadan food for their family. Typically, they bake some kind of traditional pancake using self-made tools. Despite their situation, holed up, waiting to return home, their lives go on and they join the millions of Muslims around the world in an annual fast.
A few weeks ago saw the start of the China-Greece Cultural Exchanges and Cultural Industry Cooperation Year. To know more, we sat down with the Greek culture minister talking about how Chinese and Greece can learn from one another and the importance that culture plays.
Greek culture minister Lydia Konoidou has visited China 3 times. The first was in 2004 with the National Theatre of Greece to perform Antigone of Sophocles. And in 2014 and 2015, she was invited by Shanghai Theatre Academy to do a workshop on ancient Greek drama and then direct a performance of ancient Greek drama.
Because we believe that our ancient culture, Greek tragedy, is part of a world heritage now. And it can really throw a light to different cultures. It's not just Greek. Of course, it was born in Greece, and it was part of this big bang of culture, of spirit, that discovered dialogue and democracy and freedom of spirit, but now it's part of a world heritage. We applied this play into a Chinese reality, and that was a wonderful experience.
Konoidou started learning Chinese and gradually discovered more and more links between the two countries.
We believe that there is a lot of things that we can learn from each other. When I was in Shanghai, the proof that we have so much in common is how I communicated with especially the younger generation, but with also the teachers and the faculty in a very immediate way. We had no barrier in our communication, and this was wonderful. I felt that we have so many things that we can exchange. We can speak a very similar language between the two countries.
For Konoidou, the Greek-China Cultural Exchanges and Cultural Industry Cooperation Year offers a great opportunity to strengthen bilateral ties. She sees culture as a vital bridge supporting creative dialogue, understanding the welfare of citizens.
We are now in a position that the whole world is re-evaluating its course. We want to know where we want to head as humanity. What kind of world do we want to live in? So this is a very important moment, and we'll believe that culture is a way to help us understand who we are and where we want to go.
The two sides also plan an exchanges of treasures between museums, theater and musical exchanges, as well as collaboration in restoration and preservation of antiquities. They have also promised to battle against illicit trafficking of cultural heritage treasures.
We really look forward to know Chinese culture and the different expressions of Chinese culture in Greece. I think the Greek people are very interested, and I felt also the same in China.
Between the battlefields of Syria, the damask roses are continuing to show their beauty. Despite the intense civil war going on around them, families are continuing to grow and cultivate these flowers, turning their petals into a sweet oil sold the world over. Lifestyle went to have a look.
At the foothills of the Chalamun region in north of Damascus is a large field of damask roses. The region has also long been an important strategic location for Syrian army defending against the rebels. For the past 6 years, the rose fields had been totally abandoned. Only until recently did the farmers return and revive them. The damask rose is a 2-meter deciduous shrub cultivated every year in January and February and harvested in May and June. The Bidars family is one of the oldest families in the region to work in the rose oil business. Their home is a makeshift factory.
We harvest the roses in the morning, taking them to the factory, and we start making jams. But the main substance is the rose liquid, from which we extract several items, the most important of which is the rose oil.
Medium told CNC that before the crisis, the roses grew so well that they were high enough for people to shelter in its shade from the scorching sun. But now they only grow half the height as before. He also said the family need new technology to produce extract oil, as 10 tons of roses can only make 1 kilogram of oil. However, even with these harsh conditions, the family don't worry much as demand is always high. Median's brother Amin told CNC that just 1 gram of oil can be sold for $60. And he says that the trade fairs that they used to attend before the war are beginning to return.
حجم المبيعات كان قبل الأزمة في المعارض أحسن لأنه وقت اللي كنا نروح على المعرض كل الناس يعرفوا هذا المنتج.
Before the crisis, we used to market our harvest and the products through exhibitions held in Damascus, mainly the Rose Fair. During the crisis, the fair stopped, but now such events have started to reappear as the situation is becoming better in several Syrian cities. We have been invited to attend the Damascus International Fair for free, and we already attended a few exhibitions in the cities of Tartus and Latakia, and these events are the window for the customers to get to know and purchase our product.
مفتوحة لكل الناس وبيشوفوها وبيعرفوها بس يعرفوها بيشتروها.
The Confucius Institute has been teaching Chinese language and culture in centers around the world since 2004. This week, the faculty at the University of Ghana, based in the capital city of Accra, celebrated its 3rd birthday. Lifestyle went to join the festivities.
The celebration ceremony was spiced with performances on Chinese dance and exhibition of Chinese culture by students from Ghana. From a modest beginning, the institute has grown to be a national asset, extending its operations beyond the University of Ghana. It now has 6 teaching schools and institutes around Ghana, offering Chinese courses to nearly 2,500 students. Here, the students are able to take exams at Ghana's only HSK Chinese Proficiency Center, a test which helps them gain scholarships for studying in China. The university's pro-vice-chancellor commended the Confucius Institute for its role in bridging the language gap between China and Ghana.
It is becoming a very beneficial institute, and we hope that they would be able to expand their activities beyond language and culture into other areas.
The political counselor of the Chinese embassy says that since coming to Ghana to be the local embassy's political counselor, he has seen the impact the Confucius Institute had on relations.
I have been studying in Ghana for nearly 1 year, and it is my strong feeling that This Confucius Institute plays an active role in promoting cultural and people-to-people exchanges between China and Ghana.
Some parents, school authorities, and students also highly praised the Confucius Institute for its work at the university.
The University of Ghana Business School, we are very blessed to have the Chinese language come right down to our doorsteps. And in fact, I'm very surprised the way, as a language teacher, the way the children are picking up. Their interest is so high, because it looks like the facilitators are making the thing very easy for them. And every time it's time for Chinese or for any activity in Chinese, the children go with speed and enthusiasm.
Honestly speaking, I am a little surprised because it isn't the only language we have. We have French. French has been there since the inset of the school. But just last term when we began Chinese language, the children are so happy with it. And you could see them speak on the compound. And even parents are testifying to this, that siblings are speaking the Chinese language at home. And to us, it's a plus to the school, and we are enjoying them.
It's been a privilege having our school come here for all the Chinese programs, and we are grateful to them, and we will encourage them to keep on with their good work.
In addition to the performances, the Institute also presented certificates to organizations thanking them for their support in the past 3 years.
The third International Performance Art Festival opened in London on Monday. In the context of a post-Brexit Britain, the theme of this year's festival explores political bodies.
The week-long festival takes place at some of London's most renowned institutions, including the Royal Academy of Arts and the Somerset House. Joining the bill are some of the most exciting UK-based and international artists working in performance art.
Block Universe started in 2015, so this is our third edition. And prior to that, there was no performance festival in London. And the reason why I started the festival was that I wanted to create a platform for artists working with performance in the city. So we partner with a number of institutions and work with unique off-site spaces throughout the city, and we commission new works by a lot of UK-based artists, and we also invite international artists to premiere new work in the city.
One of the highlights from the first day is a performance called Shapes of States. It mixes ideologies from the 1920s with contemporary training ideals. The dancers develop a series of movements and like natural behavior and tell the broken story of a human belief. This performance is visually described by the dancers and suggests interpretations of what is happening on stage, what is happening in the world.
The reason why we're showing this work is that it very much deals with the theme of the festival that we're looking at this year, which is related to identity politics. And I'll go into that again in a minute, but to tell you a little bit about this work, it's very much looking at I suppose what's an ideal physical self. So it's playing with how you experience performance dependent on your ability. So with this performance, it includes a visual description. So if you have a visual impairment, then it enables you to access the performance in another way, and also at points maybe excludes those who have no visual impairment whatsoever. So it very much plays with those things.
London's International Performance Art Festival runs until the 4th of June.
Thursday marks International Children's Day, and children in Shanghai have the opportunity to enjoy the classical music through a concert held specially for them. We went to find out more at Shanghai Children's Art Theater.
The concert is held by Andrea Apostoli, an Italian musical education expert for children, together with orchestra iMusici. Apostoli is trainer of music teachers for early childhood music education. His experiences allow him to convey the music in a way that children can appreciate.
To break the typical barrier that is between musicians and audience in normal concerts. So not formal, no, but going there, no, like taking the water to people, taking the music to children, and also looking them in their eyes. interaction, like we speak with this. This is my idea, just to be near to them, just to show that playing is wonderful. It makes joy. In a normal concert, musicians are a little bit serious and focused, no? So I try with the musici, wonderful string ensemble, just smile and be natural, like we are talking. That's my idea. And I think in the music there are stories inside. Even if I don't tell, they hear it.
The story of iMusic is extraordinary and inimitable. Started in 1951, iMusic has made its way to all corners of the world, spreading knowledge of 18th century Italian music, giving people the opportunity to listen to works such as Vivaldi's Four Seasons. Now the top orchestra creates a workshop concert with Andrea Apostoli, inviting children to learn the music in a more emotional way. The effect is spellbinding, leaving the children enthralled.
It's a good way for the artist to interact with the children during the performance, as it can keep a child to stay here to listen to the whole concert.
I like the concert because the music is very beautiful and it's telling a story.
Pop stars Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber are to headline a benefit concert on Sunday for the victims of last week's terrorist attack at the Manchester Arena.
They will join Katy Perry, Coldplay, Miley Cyrus, and Usher in a One Love Manchester event. The show will hope to raise money for an emergency fund set up by Manchester City Council and the British Red Cross. The bomb attack, which came at the end of a concert by Grande last week, killed 22 people and injured dozens more. The Red Cross said an emergency fund to help the victims and their families had already raised around $8 million. Meanwhile, investigations into the attack are ongoing.
Nowadays, more and more women are hoping to improve their appearance through plastic surgeries. In South Korea, it's estimated almost 1 in 3 women has had at least one procedure, making the Asian country having the world's highest per capita rate of plastic surgery. And attracted by the sophisticated technology and equipment, an increasing number of foreign patients also travel there to improve their looks. Today we'll take you to Seoul's fashionable Gangnam district, known as the Mecca of plastic surgery, to explore the country's beauty industry.
Cravings for better appearance, which have created a huge plastic surgery boom in South Korea, are considered as natural in this country, where it is largely believed that beauty can have a strong and positive influence in every aspect of your life, including job, career, and just anything you can think of. In the past, women mostly turned to makeup to cover up their imperfections, but in these days, more women than ever before are getting plastic surgery to improve their looks as a way of gaining confidence. Today, I'm standing here on the street of the Gangnam area, nicknamed as the Mecca of plastic surgery in South Korea. This small but posh fashion district in Seoul is home to some 350 plastic surgery clinics, which means basically 1 in every block.
South Korea's standard of beauty has been a more westernized look, namely the wider and rounder eyes, white skin, and higher nose bridges. Women's endless desires for better appearance, in other words, transforming themselves into the Western ideal of beauty, has led to an explosion in plastic surgery. And nowhere has the boom been more apparent than Seoul's fashionable district of Gangnam. Of the 346 plastic surgery clinics that have opened in recent years, 90% of the clinics are clustered in Gangnam, confirming the area's reputation as the Mecca of plastic surgery. More women than ever before flock to this small but posh neighborhood in Seoul to attain improved looks through plastic surgery. Kim Yuri, a 23-year-old student in Seoul, is one of them. She came to the BK Dongyam Plastic Surgery Clinic in Gangnam for a consultation with a doctor about getting a nose job, in addition to facial contour surgery. She had wished for plastic surgery since she was in high school because she had always considered her flat nose a flaw. There was no expression of anxiety in her face while she was waiting for a doctor. She seemed rather satisfied with her decision to go under the knife.
I've had no repulsion against plastic surgery because many of my friends in high school received surgery. I think positively about plastic surgery as a chance to gain confidence.
Kim is among many who believe better looks tend to provide an edge in this high-pressure society's intense competition for jobs.
I'm a student and at an age to think about finding a job. It seems like plastic surgery is a great help to get a job as external aspects of a person matter a lot these days. Therefore, I think well of plastic surgery.
Park Ji-yeon, a 22-year-old student from Yeoncheon who had a nose job at the BK Dongyang Plastic Surgery Clinic, said such trend among young students is no surprise.
There are lots of parents who give plastic surgery as a high school graduation gift. So in such circumstances, I received surgery without any fear.
She underwent nose bridge augmentation and now feels more confident about her look. She said based on her experience, she would like to recommend plastic surgery to those who lack self-confidence due to their appearance. According to a survey of job seekers, 90% of the respondents said they view appearance as an important influence on hiring decisions, while 20% answered they think they are rejected at a job interview because of their looks. Besides landing a good job, the ever-growing plastic surgery boom in South Korea also stems from the desire for self-improvement to look best at all times. Wang Sang-min, professor of psychology at Yonsei University, said once basic desires such as eating and living are resolved, desires to present oneself good or confident to others emerge.
In South Korea's society, with the economic development, it has become more evident for people to find their identity and confidence from external aspects rather than internal aspects.
Therefore, more and more women are willing to endure painful procedures, all in the arduous quest for better looks. And they also include foreigners who travel a long way to South Korea to improve their looks. 20-year-old Yamada Yuki from Japan is one of them. She received eyelid surgery at BK Dongyang Plastic Surgery Clinic. The girl previously had eyelid surgery in Japan, but it turned out to be unsuccessful. So she decided to pay a visit to the South Korean clinic for revision surgery after being informed of the good reputation of the country's plastic surgery industry.
Plastic surgery in South Korea costs less than in Japan, and it's easy to travel, not to mention good techniques.
When she took off her sunglasses, her eyes were not yet completely healed and looked puffy. But she and her family shared excitement and enjoyment for her new look. South Korean government is trying to attract more foreign medical tourists, with tourists opting for plastic surgery being the main target. Boosted by the drive, BK Dongyang Plastic Surgery Clinic sends doctors regularly to China's mainland, Hong Kong, and Singapore to practice operations in a bid to lure new patients from the larger Asian market.
Hi, this is Little Chinese Channel, 小小中文, Lesson 16. In this lesson, we will be teaching you these 6 Chinese characters. What's this? 上, 上, 上 means above. 上面, 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 上面 means on top of or above. 上 is part of these 2 characters. If we take 上 and make it upside down, this character is 下, 下, 下 means below. 下面, 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 下面 means below or under. 剩下 back into 上 and add a vertical stroke on the left to make 止 means to stop. 停止 means to cease or to stop. 止血 means to staunch. What happens if we put a horizontal line on top of 止? 正 means straight or positive. 正直 means upright. 正数 is a positive number. Next, we'll learn a new root character. What's this? 小 means small. 小狗 means puppy. 小心 means careful. Turn this vertical stroke with a hook into a normal vertical stroke and add a slanted stroke to the left in that place to make 少 means few or little. 少数 means a few. 少量 means a little bit. Let's write. When you're writing, remember to follow the stroke sequence. 上 下 止 正